games business, so probably a little bit of a different background from most people over here. And I've spent the last 8 years working on stuff that's completely useless, but that's very engaging. And so I figured I should atone for it in some way by trying to focus on something that's meaningful for people. And I got interested in this problem of, people have a lot of ways to get data about themselves, things they're not good about, whether it's diet, exercise, or anything else. And how do you get people to engage around stuff like this? Because I come from the games business where we don't have to worry about stuff like that. We make a football game, it's about hitting people, it's about catching balls, it's perfectly relatable. And 8 million people buy it every year. 13 million people buy FIFA. So we've got these very natural things. And I started working with this company called PulseTracer, which is the company I work for right now. They've got this piece of hardware where they figured out how to get heart rate right off your wrist. Chest strap, kind of wearing my puller here, we figured out how to get heart rate right off your wrist. I started thinking about is there some way for people to get real-time feedback and some kind of long-term feedback that causes some level of behavioral change? If you knew how many times you stressed today, what the circumstances for that stress was, what kind of people made you stress out. I'm not a great public speaker, so this is stressing me out right now. But just those kinds of things, would it help people change little things about themselves, whether it's stress or sleep or just exercise? And so for me, part of this journey is just, getting this device, working on the web and the mobile components of it, figuring out what kinds of patterns over time can we tell you about your day. But just having it on my wrist and looking at it from day to day, I'm addicted to this number, and it's one of the reasons, I wanted to work on this. People start looking at the number, they start attaching a social context to it. They look at who they're talking to, they look at whether they're eating or whether they're drinking, and there's a very human element to it that's not, a very clinical number. It's almost not scientific. And they start to, come back with this, well, I've just got to make this number low. And it's not a rational thing, they know there's tons of things that could make it high, but they're just focused on some way changing their behavior at that moment in time to stress less or do something that's different. And for me, part of that was if you can get this kind of real-time feedback in place, can we do something over weeks or months where people start to gradually change their behavior to healthy eating or sleeping the right amount or stressing less or not even just for themselves. As they come up that curve, does my husband exercise enough, or does my kid too stressed at school? Those are the kinds of things that they start caring about. And for me, that human problem of something that's the end result of what you care about is almost more important than the clinical data. And so that's that's kind of the core of what we're focused on. Sorry I don't have the PowerPoint or the big screen, but I figured I'd show up and tell you guys what we're working on, because we're looking for feedback for the fall in terms of what I call humanizing, otherwise pretty clinical, pretty hard data that I think lots of people are probably just looking at themselves in that light, because I know I didn't do very well this week or last week or the week before. And how do you make that somewhat, less of a kind of a judgment of your life and more of a, hey, I'm trying to get better every day and I want to be engaged and I want to encourage myself to do a little bit better every day, as opposed to just kind of tuning in. So for me, I think the right answer is I don't know yet. I think the right answer for me is it's gotten me to care, and I didn't care before because there wasn't any kind of validation. There was I know I'm not eating right, but there's no kind of judgment on it. There wasn't a single number on it. There wasn't a smiley face. There wasn't something that was contrived. And this pretty much gives me real-time feedback, and for all kinds of real-life contexts, whether I'm eating or I'm on a date, or pretty much the entire spectrum of what I do in a day is covered by it. And I can look at the things that stress me out, look at the things that calm me down, and I can start to go, I need more of that and less of this in my life, and generally try and modify myself. So at the point where we haven't built software or mobile apps or any of the shiny stuff, being attached to a number I feel has changed me in some way that I just simply didn't have any validation for before.
Are you happy with the notion that lowering your heart rate is a part of self-optimization, is a positive goal for yourself? Or are you questioning that and hoping to learn about that?
No, I think what it makes me is more reflective. It's something I didn't have anything to latch onto before. this crowd is obviously different because you guys know a lot about healthcare, you guys know a lot about your bodies, and I don't come from that background. You know, I come from kind of like your average person. I don't know a ton about this stuff, and I needed something that could help me, care. And then those are the kinds of things where I go, like, I look at the interaction people have wearing this device, and it's not so much low heart rate, because they're just curious about what's my resting heart rate, you know, when is it high, when is it low, but mostly they look at the parts where they know there's something wrong, but they don't actually kind of know how to verbalize it or quantify it. And for me, like coming back to the quantified self-focus of this meeting, it's not about lowering your heart rate, it's actually about caring about some aspect of what your mood is like, or you know, what your body's doing without you knowing about it. Yeah, the question is, you know, have I learned anything from the data I've looked at so far? So we're working on sleep stress and kind of calorie burn kind of algorithms. I'd say the calorie burn algorithms, you know, some of this temps clear is pretty useful to me because I basically use something like Lucid to figure out how many, you know, calories I'm eating and then how much goes out. So that's a pretty simple app, and it's caused me to try and balance out each day. I think the more real-time feedback for me personally has been, you know, what are like the top 5 things that stress me out in a week or a month? You know, is it work? Is it my boss? Is it my girlfriend? Is it my mom? There are like, you know, 50 things that stress me out. But I've now come up with like a hierarchical list. And I'm not saying it's a good thing. You don't want to be on this list. But I have a list. And it's nice to know that these are the things that bother me. And it might seem silly, but I've known for a long time that these things bother me. Like, I'm not comfortable, you know, speaking publicly. It's not one of my fortes. But it's something that I want to get better at, and I want to be able to, you know, control it, and I want to know what my body's doing. Those are the kinds of things where I feel like, you know, I've realized what the top 5 things are stressing me out, and I've realized what 2 of those things I just want to overcome. You know, because I can as a human being. It's something I want to do. I just need to focus on. Do we have an API? Yes, we will have a publicly accessible API that people can use to go out and get data off of. You know, we're thinking 150 for the device. This is a prototype, so it's a pretty crude prototype. We'll have something that's got Bluetooth that connects to any of your mobile devices, as well as syncs to your PC. So yes, the question was, you know, we're focused on arousal, good arousal, bad arousal. The reality is, you know, there's lots of medical studies that have been done kind of in a controlled environment. And what I'm finding personally from wearing the device and looking at my own data is the data in an uncontrolled environment is pretty choppy. And you know, the things that we're focused on is like, well, if you only have like, I don't know, people wear it for anywhere between 8 and 20 hours a day. You take it off when you go to the shower. There are all these real, you know, life things that get in the way if you're actually tracking yourself. We're trying to figure out, maybe, you know, people here can be part of the beta group where they give us feedback on like, what are the things you can actually extract that are meaningful to people. So yes, you talk about arousal. The reason I focused on that as much is because it's immediate feedback. It's something tangible that I can act on, and I can go, hey, I'm speaking publicly, my heart rate's high, I need to, you know, lower it and breathe deeply and do all those things that I might forget to do. It's easy when you're calm and you're just kind of hanging out and not doing as much. But those are the kinds of things where you look at the data over time and you mind it and you figure out, like, these are the things that actually help people. It has a number right there. It just kind of tells you exactly how many beats per minute you're going at. What are you working on? Normal would be about 85 or 80, I would say. So yes, it varies by every person. It's a great question. It does vary by every person.
The suggestion I had is that it would be really interesting to look at the social aspect of this. I mean, you knowing your heart rate is interesting, but dare I say, it smacks a little of narcissism. But imagine that you had a display that you wore on your t-shirt that when your heart rate is low, it would be glowing gently in blue. And as your heart rate goes up, it turns to green and then yellow and then red. And your girlfriend had a similar display.
You're speaking my language. I don't know about medical stuff, but that's
of the questions we always get is it accurate? And they found it's 93% as accurate as an actual heart rate monitor, so if that helps.
Sure, the company's called PulseTracer, and there weren't questions, but I'll give you a little preview of kind of what we're working against on the software side is we want people to be able to annotate stuff, chunks of their life to be able to share it with other people. So whether it's with your trainer to say, how can we get my workout to be a little bit better, or with your doctor, or just viewing, your family's information. We think social is a big part of it, so we're coming at it slightly differently, but at least we're going to try that out and see whether sharing this information and getting more communal sense of it causes people to engage with the data. That's